Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
It's the NBA on 2K Sports. Thanks for spending Sunday evening with us. Brian Anderson here with you, alongside Grant Hill, Coach Dan Van Gundy, and the fourth member of our crew, Allie LaForce, reporting from the sidelines. And a look here at the scoring trend over the last several months for Tim Hardaway.
And he's been trending downward in terms of his average points per game, and a number of reasons can lead to this. But he needs to figure out how to get back on track.
Let's take a look at our starters for the Golden State Warriors. Jimmy Butler out there with Moses Moody. Then there's Stephen Curry. Then it's Kristaps Porzingis. And for Denver, Gordon and Jokic, the inside combo. Bruce Brown is out there with Tim Hardaway. And it's Johnson in at the small forward position. With the postseason in our sights now, what's more important to have, home court advantage or momentum, Grant?
I'd argue both, BA. I mean, if I had to choose one, I'd say momentum, just because you want to be peaking at the right time heading into the playoffs.
Moody passes to Butler. Outside Curry. Here's the three. Good! Another from three.
Up the ladder he goes as the threes continue to fall for him, as they have all season long.
And with his performance, he is now tied for second for the most threes in a season.
A mark set by James Harden in 2019. 378 triples shared for now.
Shot clock at 3. And here's Jokic outside. The rebound by Moody. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
I had a chance to talk with the head coach for Denver. We talked about the challenge of facing off with Steph Curry, the three-point king. Coach said it's not just the threes that are concerned with Steph. It's how well he passes the ball. He's one of the best point guards ever, and Curry will get everyone else involved. Back to you.
Thank you for that, Allie. Oh, nice shot by Brown.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Now here's Moody. Looking at his production, close to 12 points a game. No coverage that time.
Yeah, Butler with the quick trigger there off the catch. Nicely done.
Outside Hardaway. Denver moving it around. And here's Gordon from the arc. No good.
Excellent use of his physical gifts. Goes up strong and captures the board.
Moody, good.
Well, a nice start for them. 3 for 3 in the early going, getting into a rhythm.
Outside Johnson. Screen by Gordon. From behind the arc. It's rebounded by Golden State. Last time they met was in the Bay Area.
They were out-hustled on the boards the last time these teams met.
Butler can't get it to go.
I mean, I think that was their first miss of the game. They've been just rolling.
Brown passes to Johnson. Jokic the screen. Three-pointer. Takes it inside. And he floats it in for the easy two. Credit the sweet setup on that one.
Well, Jokic able to put the ball on the floor under control and go strong through the defense.
Now here's Butler. He's coming off a 25-point game against Washington. Well, when you think about all the miles Jimmy Butler has on his legs now, how many more does he have left, Grant?
Well, he's been shouldering the load for a long time. What separates him from the pack is his sheer will and his IQ. So he might just surprise us a little.
Well, the first guy you have to box out there, Nikola Jokic. That's just bad recognition.
Here's Curry. 2 shots, 2 makes. Off to a good start.
Now, you want to get him going as soon as possible. Great way for him to start this game.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, if he gets into a good rhythm early, watch out.
Now here's Hardaway. turned in an outstanding game against Utah. Curry against Johnson. Back to Curry. Pass to Butler. Here's Moody. Takes a three. It's hauled in by Nikola Jokic. Nuggets trail by 4. Outside Johnson. Gordon, the pass to Hardaway. Jokic is doubled. And here's Brown. Outside Johnson. And a great assist by Brown as that one goes in.
I mean, I guess they're willing to give him that shot. They may want to rethink that strategy, though.
Back to Curry. The three. Gordon pulls it in. And so it's Johnson with it. He brings it up for the Nuggets. They trail by 1. They defeated Utah in their last game.
They really had a strong night shooting the basketball. They got hot and stayed hot.
Now, you're not going to lose many games shooting the percentage they did. That takes a disciplined effort.
The shot, no good. Good D by Hardaway. The Nuggets have gone 4 of 10 shooting the rock in this first quarter. Hardaway on the wing. And here's Gordon from the arc. Sinks that one after missing his first 2 attempts. Now 1 for 3.
When Gordon is connecting from deep, everything else becomes easier for both him and this offense.
Now here's Butler. He's been a big scorer for this offense, averaging around 20, and again for 3.
And that shot pushes him further up the all-time ladder for threes in a season.
And the next mark on his list, the top spot. What a season to remember.
Yeah, that top mark is owned by Stephen Curry. 402 triples set in 2016. But for now, a new mark for second place.
On the wing, Curry. No one near him. And it's Denver with a rebound.
Well, if you give him that shot again, I'm willing to bet he nails it, especially with that lack of defensive effort.
Outside Johnson. The Nuggets need to get one up. And here's Brown for 3. The rebound by Moody. The Warriors leading. Outside Butler. Back to Moody. Beyond the arc. Curry's shot is off. And for Denver, they're shooting just 38% so far in this one. Here's Hardaway. And after missing his first 3 shots, he drains it. 1 for 4.
The midi went down easy for Hardaway Jr.
And Steve Kerr wants a timeout. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. Defeated by Washington in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind them.
That comeback they mounted in the fourth quarter looked so promising. I thought for sure they'd pull it off. It just didn't happen.
Only 4 games left of the regular season. Let's see how the West is shaping up. You take a look at the Warriors, holding down the 6th spot right now, in the middle of this conference. And of course the Nuggets, just barely behind them, only 1 spot down.
Well, I think for Golden State, they're so focused on holding their ground now in the last month of the season. And of course, missing the play-in tourney means extra time to rest. They know how crucial that is for the playoffs.
Green with a screen on Hardaway. And the Warriors miss again.
Well, the defense got lucky there. More often than not, he's making that shot.
And Grant, Stephen Curry said his goal play meaningful basketball games. With the arrival of Jimmy Butler, that proved to be the case.
Yeah, the Warriors have been looking to get Steph some help. The fit with Jimmy was questioned, but it's worked out better than most people expected. Just owning the painted area. If it's working, no need to change.
Outside Johnson. Brown with a screen. Fires the three. They get it back. Jokic shot is good.
Yeah, Jokic, one of the league leaders in offensive rebounding throughout his career.
Brown against Curry. Left side Butler. Outside Curry. Lets it go from deep. No good there. Denver in the lead. Outside Hardaway. Outside Brown. Pass to Johnson. Takes the three. Here's Jokic. Good efficiency. He's drained 4 out of 5.
Coming out hot, 4 out of 5. This could be a big game for him.
Now here's Moody, covered by Johnson. Now here's Green. Outside Curry. From downtown. Rebounded by Denver. Jokic just got his 8th rebound here tonight.
Another miss. He is struggling for the quarter.
Pass to Johnson. It's Brown on the wing. He's covered by Curry. To the inside. Jokic. And a great assist by Brown as that one goes in. And now it's a 5-point Denver lead. Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
But Jimsky's shot is good.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
And so Brown will bring it up for the Denver Nuggets. There's the screen by Johnson for 3. Gordon. Outside Johnson. From outside, off the mark.
The way they've gotten after rebounds has been impressive.
Outside Podziemski. Pass to Curry from deep. Rebounded by Denver.
I mean, he's trying to shoot his way out of what's becoming a prolonged cold streak.
Yeah, I get it, but you don't want him forcing things. It's better to get your shots within the flow of the offense.
Now here's Jokic. He had a big outing in that Jazz game as well. Misses the baby hook. Outside Moody. There's the triple. Rebounded by Johnson. And the Nuggets shooting only 39% in the early going. Pass to Jokic. Out to Gordon. Launches a 3. Tries again. And it's Jokic laying it in. Jokic has got 12 points.
And he just makes it look so easy at times. Once Jokic gets going, there's almost no chance of slowing him down.
Now here's Butler. There's 39 seconds left in the opening quarter. Golden State needs to get off a shot. The 3 from Curry. Denver grabs the miss. Jokic has got 11 rebounds in the game.
You just can't find a consistent way to score, and this team could certainly use it.
Now here's Johnson. Last game with 30. Back to Brown. Shoots over Curry. The baseline J is off the mark.
Well, the analytics don't like it, but if the defense is giving it up, I like that shot selection despite the miss.
It's been all about Nikola Jokic for the Nuggets. He made a big impact, scoring 12 points in the quarter. We'll be right back after this word. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. All right, guys, what do you think about the Nuggets here in this one?
Well, it's pretty obvious. I mean, cashing in on extra opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
Yeah, you can bet their coach is encouraging them to keep up the extra effort. It's more than paying off.
We've got Christian Brown, Jonas Valanciunas out there with Peyton Watson, and it's Pickett in at the point guard position. That's the group on the floor for Denver.
This has been a close game in a lot of ways, but they do have an edge on the boards.
Pass to Valanciunas. Down low. Here's Brown. And a nice finish on the layup.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
Warriors trail by 6. Second quarter of basketball. About a minute played so far. Porzingis sets a screen. There's the 3. Rebounded by Pickett. And the Nuggets shooting around 39%. They'd like to get that higher. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thank you, guys. Well, Draymond Green is getting serious in the weight room. He said, one thing I learned is you have to lift weights. I was always naturally strong, so I was like, what do I need to lift for? These guys can't move me right now. But your body needs to be able to withstand the pounding of a long season. Back to you.
Okay, Allie, thanks a lot. Now here's Peyton. Still without a bucket. Now Porzingis. Pass to Spencer. Just 5 to shoot. Outside Peyton. Fires from deep. And again, no good by Golden State. Denver leading by 6. Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Outside Watson. Denver moving it around. No good on the 3. Golden State has gone 0 for 2 from outside in the second quarter. Here's Spencer. Counted from distance. Spencer's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Pass to Valanciunas. Inside. Here's Brown. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D. Brown's got his second bucket on the night. And Steve Kerr wants a timeout. He's going to take a minute to regroup with his players. And Grant David Adelman, a second-generation NBA head coach, grew up immersed in the game.
Yeah, B.A., basketball was a family obsession. David, a ball boy for the Blazers in the 90s, went on to coaching, which he's done for decades. His whole life has led him to this.
Look for Denver. Nikola Jokic is checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Hardaway comes in for Strawther. And it's Brown in for Pickett. On the wing, Peyton. Outside, Green. Pass to Porzingis. What a finish from Porzingis.
Well, look, sometimes you play good D on Porzingis, and it's still not enough.
Brown scanning the floor. And here's Jokic, defended by Porzingis. Outside Hardaway. Shot clock at 5. Puts up a deep 3. Oh, Denver gets it back. Oh, Oh, he's a load inside. Jokic finishing strong.
They're winning the battle down low by imposing their will.
Outside Podziemski. Pass to Green. Podziemski with it. Brown's there. Now here's Podziemski. Doesn't go for him. Outside, Brown. To the paint. Here's Jokic. And the dunk by Jokic.
Well, run into Jokic too hard on the screen, and you'll be on the bench for a while.
Outside Porzingis. Over Jokic. Porzingis punishing inside.
That's how they like to see him operate. Big part of their attack.
Outside Brown. Back to Brown. Pass to Watson. Now Jokic. Defended by Porzingis. Outside Brown. That falls. Nice feed from Jokic. And the Nuggets lead by 7.
If you're open, Jokic is going to find you.
Here's Podziemski. Coming off a 16-point game against Washington. Green with a screen on Brown. Podziemski sinks the tray. Podziemski's got 6.
That's inexcusable defense right there. You gotta contest the shot better than that.
So David Adelman's decided to call timeout here. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. And Stan, you coached a bunch of seasons in the league. What's an issue that you face that maybe the average fan doesn't know?
Well, look, I think the thing that fans really underrate about the game is how intelligent these guys are. So it's not really an issue that I face because I was lucky to have smart guys. But I think fans underestimate how much basketball intelligence factors in when you're talking about the best players in this game.
And Denver making a change here. Johnson's checked in. Butler's checked in for the Warriors. Curry comes in for Podziemski. Brown passes to Watson. Denver moving it around. For 3, Hardaway gets the 3 ball to go. He's got 5.
You don't have to ask Hardaway twice. If the shot's available, he'll take it.
Outside, Green on the wing. Curry. Inside, Curry gets it to go. Through the defense as well.
Yeah, it took just enough off of it for the floater.
Right side, Watson. Outside, Johnson. Pass to Brown. Jokic against Porzingis. From deep, Johnson nails it from beyond the arc. Johnson's got his second bucket on the night.
Well, maybe not the shot they were looking for there, but the defense gave it to him, and he knocked it down.
Here's Butler. And count that. 2 points and a chance for one more at the line.
Well, if you ever think Butler's afraid of contact, think again. He wants the and one.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. Gordon, he's checked in for Watson. Podziemski's checked in for the Warriors. And that one misses. No doubt, Stephen Curry is the best shooter of all time. Talk about what makes him special, Grant.
Well, B.A., he can hit shots under the most difficult circumstances, off balance, with only a sliver of daylight. This is why teams often choose to double him the moment he crosses half court.
Here's Podziemski. He has 6. Pass to Butler. Gordon with a steal. Johnson against Green. Takes a step back. Johnson passes to Jokic. Kick out to Brown. For 3. The shot is good on the assist by Jokic. Jokic has got 3 assists tonight.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Outside Butler. Launches it. The three dropped in by Jimmy Butler.
Well, great answer there from Jimmy Butler. You don't want to anger him.
Curry against Brown. And here's Jokic. He's got 16. And out of bounds. The Warriors will take it. And a chance now to look at the schedule for the Golden State Warriors. On Wednesday, they'll match up against De'Aaron Fox and the San Antonio Spurs. And then on Thursday, they'll be matching up against Donovan Mitchell and the Cleveland Cavaliers.
And that game against the Rockets, it's going to be a very tough one for them. They'll need to be playing at their peak if they're going to steal the win.
Al Horford's checked in for the Warriors. Outside Curry. Back to Butler. Just 5 on the clock. Up and over Gordon. The shot by Butler, no good.
Part of why they have this lead, they're doing the little things out there.
Johnson passes to Brown. Here's Jokic. Horford covering. From deep, Johnson. And another three for Denver.
A dozen consecutive points off of threes. This defense looks rattled.
Outside Podziemski. To the middle. The kick out, Curry. Shoots over Brown. And again, no good by Golden State. Denver leading by 9. Johnson passes to Gordon. Back to Brown. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. Warriors trail by 9. The three from Curry. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. Jokic has got 14 rebounds tonight, going after it. Outside Johnson. And there's Jokic on the assist by Johnson. Johnson's got his 3rd assist of the night.
Jokic's performance has been off the charts tonight. He is having a huge impact on this game.
Now here's Podziemski. He's got 6. Gordon with a steal. Outside Hardaway. Fires in the triple. Hardaway's got 8.
I just love the ball movement.
And it's Butler with the ball for Golden State. It's a 14-point game. They'll face the Spurs at home after this one. That game starts a nice 5-game homestand for them. To halt the run.
It is great to have a player like Butler who forces defenders into such tough positions.
Let's get a quick check of the scoring breakdown here for Denver.
I have to applaud their ball movement. They're moving the ball around, finding the best looks they can, and keeping everyone involved.
And another thing, they've been on the attack tonight, going right at defenders with the ball in their hands early.
That's good from Butler.
Well, when you talk about Butler, his toughness is what comes to mind first. This guy plays hard every second he's out there. A throwback type of player.
Kristaps Porzingis, he's checked in for the Warriors. Moody comes in for Podziemski. And so he makes both from the line.
Well, you got to appreciate how Butler inspires his teammates. He gives them someone to rally around on the floor.
And here's Gordon from the arc. And again, Denver with a 3.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
Curry passes to Butler. Over Gordon. Butler, good. 12 points for him.
He's found something here in this second quarter. This is when you want to keep feeding him.
It's Jokic, high post. There's 57 seconds left to play in the first half of basketball. For 3, Hardaway. It's rebounded by Golden State.
Well, he hasn't had a great night shooting the ball, but they're in the lead, and that's the only thing that matters.
Moody passes to Butler. Good work defensively by Gordon.
A rare miss for him at point-blank range. That's one he'd like to have back.
Back to Johnson. Brown with a screen. Jacks up a three, and Johnson is good for three. Johnson's got 9 points in the quarter.
Back-to-back threes, making their defense work on the perimeter a bit.
Curry with it. The three ball. Curry splashing one down from three.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
And so it's Denver in command with a 13-point lead at the end of the quarter. They hold a real solid lead right now. Love their approach tonight. All right, now let's check in with Allie LaForce. Allie, what do you have?
Here is Coach Steve Kerr. Your defense struggling to contain them in the first half. How do you remedy it?
We got to get back in transition. We got to make them feel us. You know, they're just running anything they want. We've got to at least disrupt the stuff they're trying to do.
Thank you, Coach.
Appreciate it, Allie. And we'll be coming right back after this break, ready for the third quarter.
Hello, folks. Glad to have you with us. The Joker is in the building. So far, Nikola Jokic has been all business.
The Joker is taking over. One of the most skilled big guys we've ever seen. Almost as skilled as you, Kenny.
No, I wouldn't say me. I would say Ernie's got the deep skill set on his own. And if you're talking about superstars, Ernie Johnson belongs on that list.
Man, guys, you're making me blush. But keep going. Now it's time to check in on how the Rookie of the Year race is shaping up.
We're in the home stretch. I don't know if I call these guys rookies now.
Yeah, and we have some pressure-filled games coming up. In addition to everything else, we'll see who has that clutch gene. That does it for halftime. Let's get back to game action. Here's Brian Anderson with the start of the third quarter.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. It's been a clinic out there by Nikola Jokic.
And given that he's just delivered a double-double through 2 quarters, I'm excited to see his stats at the end of the night.
Well, he's already put in a full day's work. They might want to lighten the load on him in the second half.
The Nuggets lead by 13. Kicking off the second half, here's Steve Kerr's 5. Kristaps Porzingis out there with Butler. Then it's Moses Moody. Then there's Stephen Curry. The shot by Johnson, no good. Puts up a 3. Butler against Gordon. Butler! So crafty around the rim.
There's the competitiveness of Butler. I think he's even better against great defense.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Thanks, Brian. The Warriors are trying to maximize what Steph Curry has left. Coach Kerr said, quote, "What we're watching with Steph is one of the greatest artists of all time in his twilight. What can we do to give him the best chance to perform, to make the game easier for him?" That's where we are. Back to you.
Looking to stay in the mix. Allie, thank you. Now here's Brown. Gordon, the pass to Brown. Now Jokic. Out to Gordon. 3-pointer. Denver the rebound. And the basket by Jokic.
Put the first 3 misses behind them and finally ended their third quarter drought.
Here's Porzingis. And a slam dunk by Porzingis.
Well, if Porzingis gets within arm's length of the hoop, he's not going to make many mistakes.
Gordon outside. Jokic up top, defended by Porzingis. Jokic against Porzingis. Back to Gordon from outside the arc. And the rebound goes to the Warriors.
And I'm sure this isn't how they drew it up at the half. Only 1 for 5 here in the third quarter.
Here's Curry. That shot off the mark. Brown with some nice D.
Well, that one didn't fall, but otherwise they've been excellent shooting the ball to start this half.
Pass to Johnson. Screen by Gordon. Lets it go from the wing. Johnson with a bucket. Johnson's got 14.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Now here's Butler. 14 points for him. Ooh, look at Butler. Focused as always.
On fire to start the second half. 4-5 from the field.
Outside Johnson. Screen by Gordon. 4-3. Porzingis grabs the board. Porzingis has got 8 rebounds in the game. Pass to Curry. Here's Butler. Rebounded by Denver. Brown's got 4 rebounds now.
There's one principal reason why they're sitting on this lead. Rebounding.
And here's Jokic. From deep, Johnson. That falls. Nice feed from Jokic. Jokic has got his 5th assist in this one. When I think about Bruce Brown, the term glue guy comes to mind, Coach.
Yeah, B.A., I think that's right on the money. The way Brown hustles and does a little bit of everything, he can cover for gaps in a rotation. A key cog for that 2023 Nuggets title team.
And Steve Kerr wants a timeout. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. With some time here, let's see which teams have been terrors in transition over the last month of play. In third, the Warriors.
And lately, they've not only been forcing turnovers, but capitalizing on them on the other end, hustling hard to convert every time.
In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Outside Moody. The kick out. Curry fires the three. Rebounded by Johnson.
And they're up considerably because of their efforts on the glass.
Gordon on the wing. Outside, Brown. They grab their own miss. And Jokic throws it down hard.
Yeah, he's not exactly a highlight reel dunker, but you love to see Jokic throw it down.
Well, that's a fantastic view there from the AT&T Connected Cam. Now here's Curry. 16 points for him. And here's Butler outside. Hauled in by Brown. Brown's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
Well, he hit a couple of threes in the first half, but none since then. He was practically levitating over the floor. Aaron Gordon.
Butler finds Curry. Shoots over Brown. Curry creates inside.
Assisted buckets. Every team wants them. They show you're running effective team offense.
Johnson with a bucket.
This defense just can't stay connected to shooters.
Warriors trail by 16. Out left to the wing. Back to Curry. Let's go with a three. Oh, the sweet stroke of Stephen Curry.
Making his mark from long range today. That's his second triple of the half, his 5th overall.
Here's Jokic. Oh, he cocks it back and throws it down right on Porzingis.
Well, in a league of huge guys, Jokic's size stands out. He is a problem.
Jokic against Porzingis. 5 on the clock. And here's Curry for 3. And the Warriors with another 3.
He hit 3 triples in the first half, 3 more since. That's nothing to shrug at.
Brown passes to Jokic. Good. And Brown gets the assist. Brown's got 6 assists here tonight.
He's been a steady presence for them. Nice to have that kind of safety net at the offensive end.
Pass to Porzingis. Lets the 3 fly. And again, it's Curry with a 3. Curry's got 14 points now in the second half. Now Brown. He's got 7. Now here's Hardaway. Here's Jokic. Jokic muscles it down.
Yeah, Hardaway's such a good shooter, but he can pass it too.
And so Curry will bring it up for Golden State. Porzingis with a screen on Brown. Curry, no good.
Excellent coverage defensively, making it hard on him.
Hardaway, the pass to Brown. Jokic against Porzingis. Back to Jokic. Over Porzingis. The Warriors pull it in. Defended by Brown. Outside Butler. Outside Porzingis. Outside Curry. Fires for 3. And the Warriors with another 3.
Well, sometimes you tell players you can have a good game in a loss. You've just got to keep doing what you're doing, and the rest of us have to figure it out.
And David Adelman wants a timeout. I think right now he might be looking at some adjustments. Denver. And Golden State also making a switch. Podziemski's checked in. Warriors on D, trailing by 10. Gordon finds Hardaway. Jokic the screen to the paint. Lays it up and banks it in. Jokic has got 12 points now in the quarter.
Well, what really makes Jokic special inside isn't just his size, but his gracefulness.
Here's Butler. And it's Denver with a rebound. Jokic has got his 18th rebound here tonight, all over the place. Up top, Brown. Pass to Jokic. 4 on the clock. Over Porzingis. Again, Denver scores.
Well, he's just dominating right now. If his teammates are smart, they'll keep getting him the ball.
And here's Curry for 3. It's hauled in by Nikola Jokic. Jokic has got rebound number 19 now. Incredible board work. Brown passes to Brown. Stripped it away. Outside Curry. And here's Butler outside. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Curry. Butler's got 19 points.
Wow, 5 consecutive threes. This defense looking very frustrated right now.
Jokic to screen. Hardaway from outside. Porzingis grabs the board. Porzingis has got 9 rebounds in the game. Boy, he's getting it done.
Well, Porzingis has a unique vantage point, so he can find those open guys others might miss.
And it's in there.
And I respect the strategy. Despite the sizable lead, you got to stay in attack mode.
Yeah, you got to keep going at him. You don't want to leave any hope for a comeback.
Now here's Butler. 19 points in the game. The 3 is up. Moody misses.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Pass to Jokic. Outside Hardaway. The 3 is up. Offensive rebound. Jokic's shot is good.
Yeah, this quarter's all about him. He's just dominating at the offense.
And Steve Kerr wants a timeout. He's going to take a moment to give him a breather and talk things over. Different look for Denver. Holmes, he's checked in for Gordon. Watson comes in for Hardaway. And Strawther's subbed in for Brown. And here are the Warriors now. Porzingis with a screen on Brown. Down low. Porzingis in the post. Working on Jokic. And that one's good. Porzingis.
Well, for Porzingis, that's just easy money. I keep going to that until they stop it.
Brown passes to Jokic. Back to Brown. From the arc. That falls. Nice feed from Jokic. Jokic has got 6 assists here tonight. Pass to Melton. Outside Porzingis. Over Jokic. Porzingis misses. Denver leading by 14. Watson passes to Brown. It's been all about Nikola Jokic for Denver. And he ends the quarter with a double-double, doing whatever his team needs. We're coming right back. Don't go anywhere. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assistant. of the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked that this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
Yeah, he puts that pass right on the money and made things look easy for his teammates.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may already be out of hand. Hayden Watson is out there with Nikola Jokic. Then there's Christian Brown, and it's Strother in at the 2-guard spot. That's the group in the game for the Nuggets. And the Nuggets shooting it with confidence. 54% so far. Here's Brown. Banked it in off the glass.
Absolutely fearless inside. Brown just battles through the physical defense.
Outside Butler. The 3. Nails it from 3. Butler's got 10 points here in the second half.
Well, after dropping in 2 triples in the first half, he's now matched that mark here in the second half, and I wouldn't be surprised to see more of those.
Now here's Jokic. Here's Watson. The 3-pointer off the mark. Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute played. Butler passes to Green. It's not going to go for him. Excellent defense there from Watson. Here's Strother. The offensive rebound. And the basket by Jokic.
His scoring is a big reason why they're up right now. Let's see if they can close it out.
Pass to Butler. Butler takes it in, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Butler's got 24.
He's shooting well, doing his best to keep this offense in gear, but he hasn't had a lot of support.
Jokic up top. Green covering. Back to Jokic. 5 to shoot. Over Green. Jimmy Butler with a rebound. Warriors trail by 13. Pass to Green. Oh, look at Green. Get his inside.
We know Green prefers to work up close. He loves getting those high percentage looks.
Brown passes to Jokic. It's rebounded by Golden State. Green's got 4 rebounds in the game. Butler with the ball. He's against Watson. Pass to Brown. Now here's Jokic. Green covering. Here's Jokic. Jokic using his size.
Well, Jokic is no stranger to contact, and it's going to take more than that to bother him.
Pass to Butler. This one for 3. It's hauled in by Nikola Jokic.
It's tough to get open in this league, and when you do, it hurts not to capitalize.
Here's Strother. To the inside. Jokic. Soft touch off the glass. Jokic has got 40 points.
Well, he's had a night. This team feeds off of his energy, and every time they've needed a bucket, he's delivered.
Now here's Butler. It's hauled in by Nikola Jokic. Inside. And that one's good. Strother's gotten his first basket of the night.
Yeah, their defense is starting to wear down. That's 3 straight buckets at the rim.
Pass to Green. Here's Butler. Again, the miss by Butler. Denver leading by 17. Now Jones. Here's Strother. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Green's got 5 rebounds tonight.
First personal foul. First team foul.
And Denver will go for a different look here. Gordon, he's checked in for Watson. Cam Johnson comes in for Jones. Hardaway's checked in for Strother, and it's Brown in for Brown. And here's Curry. Six on the shot clock. Shot on the wing. And again, it's the Warriors missing. And so Brown will bring it up for the Nuggets. They've allowed just 7 points here in the fourth. Well, when this game is over and done with, they'll be off to Utah to take on the Jazz. It's a quick turnaround on the road. Just one game. Pass to Porzingis. Outside for Green to stop the drought. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. Jokic with a screen on Curry. Here's Brown. And again, it's Denver missing. Warriors trail by 17. Green with a screen on Brown. Shot is good by Curry.
And whether he's torching you off the dribble or off a screen, Steph is one of the best ever at creating space for a shot.
Yeah, his athleticism more than makes up for his lack of size. Allows him to compete even against bigger guys.
Outside Porzingis. From the arc. Curry's shot is off. Denver leading by 17. Outside, Brown. Back to Hardaway. Porzingis grabs the board. Porzingis has got the glass covered here tonight. That's 11 boards for him. Moody passes to Porzingis. Porzingis taking the contact.
Expertly executed pick and roll by Porzingis, dropping into a good scoring position right off the screen.
Pass to Jokic. Now here's Brown. Shoots over Curry. Brown, no good.
Well, with his team leading, he might just want to put that one in his pocket next time.
Defended by Hardaway. The three from Curry. Gordon pulls it in. Gordon's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Pass to Brown. Outside Hardaway. They get it back. Jokic, the screen. The floater. Over Porzingis. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. Well, there's a lot to like about Jokic. But Stan, you wanted to highlight a very specific skill.
Yeah, B.A., it's his fundamentals on the offensive glass. When he rebounds, he keeps it up high so that he can put it right back up. Bigs need to learn not to bring the ball down.
The free throw drops for Jokic. Coach, Nikola Jokic, a guy who thrives playing through contact.
Well, B.A., you know what? Sometimes, yes, maybe more than any other player, when Jokic is forced backwards, he tends to get more creative. It's confounding what this guy can do at his size. Never ceases to amaze. Well, guys, I've been around this game for a long time, and I've never seen someone like Jokic. A giant man with point guard skill.
And the basket by Curry.
His points are really adding up from the three-point line. He had 9 from distance in the first half, and he's only getting better.
And so David Adelman calls for the timeout. He was quite emphatic, demanding the timeout, clearly wanting to address strategy with his team. moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
I was able to listen in on what Denver's coach was going over with his team. He said to his guys, this one is not over yet. You have worked hard for this lead, and we are not about to give it up now. Stay focused and keep hustling. Back to you guys.
Allie, thank you. Warriors on D. They set the pick. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
All he needed was a little separation. So effective.
Boy, cleared the path, put him in position for a prime-time dunk.
Well, give credit to the screener there. That's how you help free up your teammates.
The three from Curry. It's hauled in by Nikola Jokic.
I love their work on the glass. They hold a nice rebounding advantage.
Outside, Brown. Johnson outside. Let's loose for three. Porzingis there for the rebound.
That's the look you want. Gotta be disappointed coming up empty.
Butler outside for three. Ooh, it misses. Denver leading by 16. Hardaway on the wing. He's covered by Curry. Porzingis against Jokic. Yes! Using that window!
The width of Jokic helps him carve out space in the paint.
Here's Curry from downtown. Connects again from distance. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable, B.A. Unbelievable.
Now Jokic. Johnson outside. Puts up the tray. Oh, it misses. A minute 39 left in the fourth. Curry with it. Now guarded by Brown. Butler fires. And the three misses. And so it's Brown with it. He brings it up for the Denver Nuggets.
And they were really able to find the mismatches they wanted and exploit those all night. Great execution from the players and coaching staff for the Nuggets.
Well, Grant, I don't know if there was one deciding factor in this game, but I'd say shooting accuracy if I had to choose.
Agreed, B.A. They really went after quality looks and shot the ball with confidence.
After coming away with this W, this will give them 42 wins on the year.
And for the year, this will be the third win in 4 games against this team. They really brought it tonight.
And as it was happening, as it was building, you knew this was a monster game for Nikola Jokic.
A quality offensive outing. When you get it going like he did, I'll tell you, it's one of the best feelings in basketball.
So it's Denver now, after the Warriors picking up a basket just a moment ago. Right side, Hardaway. 6 to shoot. Beyond the arc. The free ball is down.
This has to feel good. They gave their fans a show and secured the W.
Yep, the crowd gets to go home feeling good about the win tonight. Their team looked impressive.
So it's the Nuggets winning this one easily. Well, this might not have been the most competitive game we've ever seen, but you've got to appreciate their masterful performance.
And I'm sure their fans appreciated it too. We saw the outstanding defense and a loaded offensive effort. They were just dominant out there.
And now let's swing it over to Allie LaForce, who is now with our player of the game.
All right, thank you, Nikola. This team showed up tonight defensively. What can you say about the effort on that end of the floor?
I mean, it's a whole collectively, you know, it's not just one guy, it's the 5 guys on the floor. So it's a coach, it's a bench, it's a fan. So thank you guys. Thank you a lot.
Thanks to all. Thanks to you, Nikola. Back to you guys.
All right, Allie, thank you. And that about wraps it up. With Grant Hill, Stan Van Gundy, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson saying thanks for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. And let's leave you with our player of the game, Nikola Jokic.